Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing.
Alright, next we are going to learn how to multiply and divide in scientific notation. A number is expressed in scientific notation when it is in the form a times 10 raised to n, where your a is between 1 and 10, n is an integer. So write the width of the universe in scientific notation. Alright, assuming that this is the width of the universe, let's write this in scientific notation. First question is, where is your decimal point? If you don't see your decimal point, it means that it's all the way to the right over here after the last zero. Now, where would you put the decimal to make this number be between 1 and 10? So you need your decimal point to be somewhere here so that the number that we have will be between 1 and 10. Now, once you move the decimal point between 2 and 1, you have to count how many times you move your point. In this case, we move our point 23 times. Now, whenever your original number is more than 1, the n or the exponent in our scientific notation is always positive. So we are going to write this as 2 times 1 times 10 raised to 23. Our example number 2. Write this in scientific notation. Note that our original number is less than 1. Now, where would the decimal go to make the number be between 1 and 10? So we need to move this point all the way here so that the number that we will have will be between 1 and 10. Next, you have to count how many times you move your point all the way here. So we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, since our original number is less than 1, your exponent should be a negative number. So our scientific notation should be 9.02 times 10 raised to negative 8. Express the following numbers in scientific notation. Alright, 258.15 times 10 raised to 2. Now note that this is not in scientific notation. Why? Because what we have here is greater than 10. Remember that our scientific notation should be a times 10 raised to n, where a is between 1 and 10. Now this is 258, more than 10. So it means that I need to move my point over here so that we'll have 2.5815, okay, times 10. Now we move our point to the left twice. Okay. Now, our original number is greater than 1, so your exponent should be positive. Now, note that this is just equal to 258.15. I still have to bring this one down. So, let's bring this one down times 10 squared. Next, we learned before that 10 squared times 10 squared, okay, an times, let's say, am, you have to keep the base and add the exponents. Alright, so this can be written as, well, this one can be written as 10, keep the base, and add exponents, 4, bring down 2.5815 times 10 raised to 4. So this will be your scientific notation for 258.15 times 10 squared. Alright, next example. I have here 5016.39 times 10 raised to negative 5. First, let's rewrite this in scientific notation. We need to move our point all the way between 5 and 0. So we should have 5.01639. Okay, next, we move our point 1, 2, 3 places. Now, since our original number is greater than 1, the exponent should be positive. Now, let's bring down 10 raised to negative 5. Let's simplify 10 cubed times 10 raised to 5. Again, when you multiply, you have to keep the base, add the exponents, and just bring down your 5.01639 times 10 raised to negative 2. Third example, I have 0.695 times 10 raised to 9. Now again, this is not in scientific notation because our A is not between 1 to 10. To make our A between 1 to 10, we need to move our point between 6 and 9. So we will have 6.95. So right now, what we are doing is to rewrite this into the scientific notation. Times 10, we move our point once. Now, since our original number 0.695 is less than 1, the exponent should be a negative number. Alright, now bring down times 10 raised to 9. Simplifying 10 raised to 1 times 10 raised to 9, you keep the base, add the exponents, and then we will have 6.95 times 10 raised to 8. Alright, our last example. I have 0.0559 times 10 raised to 7. Our A, which is represented by this, is less than 1. We need to move our point between 5 and 5 so that we'll have a number here between 1 and 10. So I'm going to write this as 5.59 times 10. Now we move our point 1, 2 decimal places. Now, since our original number is less than 1, the exponent should be negative. Alright, bring down our 10 raised to 7. So let's simplify this one first. 10 squared times 10, this should be a negative. So 10 raised to negative 2 times 10 raised to 7. We keep the base and then add the exponents. We will have 5 and then 5.59 times 10. Yes. Times 10 raised to 5. So this is actually our A, the base 10, and then the exponent is equal to 5. Alright, multiplying numbers in scientific notation. So here are the procedures. First, multiply the decimal numbers together and then add the exponents to get the power of 10. So the formula will be, if I have a scientific notation times a scientific notation, multiply your n and then the m. Then you multiply 10 raised to x by 10 raised to y. And we know that when you are multiplying exponents, you have to keep the base 10 and then add the exponents x and y. And then we need to simplify the product of n and m to make sure that this number is between 1 and 10. So let's have our first example. So we have 3.42 times 10 raised to 5 times 4.67 times 10 raised to 9. Alright, so first we need to multiply 3.42 times 4.67. 3.42 times 4.67. Okay, we have 15.9714. So 15.9714. Alright, and then we are going to multiply 10 raised to 5 by 10 raised to 9. Now this is just equal to 10 raised to 5 plus 9, 14. Alright, this is not in scientific notation. We want our A to be between 1 and 10. This is 15. So we need to move our point between 1 and 5. So I have 1.59714 times 10. We move our point once. Now since this original number is greater than 1, the exponent should be positive. Simplifying further, 10 raised to 1 times 10 raised to 14 is 10 raised to 15. Bring down 1.59714 times 10 raised to 15 is now the product of these two scientific notations. So I hope that you were not confused in our first step. Note that we only use our commutative property. So what we did here was we wrote this question as 3.42. So we interchange the 10 raised to 5 and then the times 4.67. So we commuted this. We interchanged this and this. Then this one, 10 raised to 5, then times 10 raised to 9. So it's just basically using our commutative property. Example number 2. Alright, 2.93 times 10 raised to negative 2 times 8.3 times 10 raised to negative 5. So first, let's multiply 2.93 times 8.3. Alright, 24,319. 24,319. And then next we are going to multiply base 10, then raised to negative 2 times 10 raised to negative 5. Let's simplify this first. Keep the base, add exponents. That's negative 7. Now this is not between 1 and 10, so we need to move our point between 2 and 4. So we will have 2.4319 times 10. Now we move our point once. Now since our original number is positive, since the original number is greater than 1, our exponent should be positive. Alright, so let's now multiply this to 10 raised to negative 7. So this one is 10 raised to negative 6. Keep the base, add the exponents. Bring down 2.4319 times, and this will be the product of these two scientific notation. Alright, now let's move on to dividing numbers in scientific notation. So the procedure is divide the decimal numbers, and then for our exponents, we just have to keep the base, but we need to subtract the exponents. So if we have scientific notation divided by a scientific notation, just get the quotient of your n and m times 10 raised to x minus y. Now, if the quotient is not from 1 to 10, then we have to write this. Okay, let's have our first example. So, 8 divided by 2 is just equal to 4. Now, when you divide 10 raised to negative 3 by 10 raised to negative 2, we keep the base and then subtract negative 3 minus a negative 2. So we will have, this will turn into a positive 2. So negative 3 plus 2 will give us a negative 1. Alright, so the quotient is 4 times 10 raised to negative 1. Alright, next example. I have 3.45 times 10 squared divided by 1.23 times 10 raised to negative 5. Alright, first, let's divide 3.45 by 1.23. Alright, 2.8048788049. You know what? Just to be consistent, instead of using the division symbol, let's just use 3.45 ABC 1.23. We should be able to get the same result. Alright, 2.805. I'll just round it off here. Okay, 2.805. So 2.805. And then for this, we subtract exponents to minus negative 5. So 2 minus negative 5, that's just equal to 7. Bring this one down. Now since this number is between 1 and 10, we are going to say that this is now in scientific notation. Alright, so there we go. That's how we apply our exponents on how to simplify, how to multiply and divide scientific notation.
Math is a wonderful thing. Math is a really cool thing.